What is going on, YouTube? I am Lamont at large on my $10 microphone. Well, actually, I paid $14. And today we are in Long Beach, Long Island, New York. And I'm here to show you the location where Lil Peep went to high school and the house where he grew up in as a teenager. We're gonna talk a little bit about his life, not too much, just a little bit, to give you a quick rundown of his story, of his rise to fame, and his ultimately, at the end of the day, his tragic demise. So let's get started. Currently, we are on the east end of Long Beach. This is the quieter section of Long Beach. This is where people come to eat, come to relax, drink a cup of coffee, so forth and so on. By the way, guys, you see that Lido Kosher Deli? Do yourselves a favor and stay away from that place. I found out after spending $30 that is not the place to eat at in Long Beach. Try somewhere else, kids. But enough about me wasting my money on terrible food. Let's get into the quick story and life of Lil Peep. Now, I only heard of Lil Peep after he had died. I had never heard of him before. And I went on YouTube looking up some of his music, and it wasn't my taste, right? I wasn't a fan of his. I'm a 43-year-old man. Not a lot of 43-year-old men are gonna like emo type rap music. But I will say this. He has a song called Star Shopping that is a very good song. You do not have to like rap music to like that song. It's not even really a rap song. And also, my buddy Jay Coffee Talk has a daughter named Marcy, and she is absolutely obsessed with this guy. Like, obsessed as in just literally the word obsessed, her picture will be under the word in the dictionary. And if you are a Lil Peep fan and you're tired of your friends making fun of you because you do not know the lyrics to his songs, subscribe to her YouTube channel. I'll put a link in the description box below, and I will pin it in the comments. She has a cool little channel where she has Lil Peep's music with all the lyrics on it. So a big shout out to Marcy right there. So let's get into the history a little bit of Lil Peep. Lil Peep, real name Gustav Elijah R., was born November 1st, 1996 in Allentown, Pennsylvania. And I didn't know this, but both of his parents are very well educated. They're both Harvard graduates. And his mom, I believe she taught at a school, maybe a high school. And his father, who was from Sweden, he taught at a university somewhere out here in New York. So this is basically the area of town where he grew up. We're going to go to that home momentarily. But we're approaching the school where he went to. So as a teenager, kind of like a moody, depressed kid, you know what I mean? And then when his parents divorced, it made him even more depressed. And his teacher said that even though he was, a loner, he didn't really talk to a lot of people, he was a very, very good student, which, you see the tattoos, you'd be kind of surprised. But, if your parents value education and they instill that in you, well, you're going to value education yourself. And he ended up not graduating from Long Beach High School. He ended up finishing up school online. So in 2015, this guy moves out to Los Angeles, right? Because he wants to be like a rapper. So he goes out there, he releases his first debut album, which it was called Lil Peep Part 1. Now, when he first released that album, a lot of people don't know this, but it didn't really hit. I mean, nobody was really listening to it. I think it had like 4,000 plays on SoundCloud or whatever online platform he released it on. But one song that really hit big for him was Beamer Boy. And when Beamer Boy hit, it got him real popular, really, really popular. I believe it got millions of views. Now, he wasn't making any money. I mean, all because people are listening to your music, that doesn't mean they're buying your music. You know what I mean? So yeah, you got a lot of people liking your music, liking you, but they ain't putting $1 in your pocket. So he released a couple other mixtapes between 2015 and 2017 before his second album. And if you notice on one of his, or basically all of his mixtapes, the audio is not good. I mean, some people would even say that the audio was terrible. But the reason why his audio is not good is because he recorded it on a really cheap microphone. He probably bought it at Walmart or something because he had no money. This guy, imagine getting millions of listens on your music, but you're not making any money and you're so broke, you can't even afford a decent microphone. So anyways, this is the high school where a Lil Peep attended through his teenage years. This is Long Beach High, and I believe school has already let out. Wow, that kid just, did you see that? That kid just like left the bicycle without locking it. Is it that nice a school? Wow, half these bikes are not even locked. Boy, the school that I went to, all these bikes would be gone right now. Kind of a scenic atmosphere. A little bit apprehensive right now because I don't want them. I don't want the school police coming out here wondering what I'm doing if they think that I'm trying to film teenagers and stuff. I don't want them to think I'm being a little creep or something like that. Check out that house right there being built. It's a whole lot of money being built. But let me show you this really quick. So that is the. I don't know what body of water that is. I'll put that in the video description. But yeah, this is a pretty fancy high school. I feel like I'm having the cops called on me right now, so try not to be too much of a weirdo with my camera phone. But anyways, this body of water would be the scene. Well, probably Lil Peep came out here to look at the water, maybe smoke a little bit of weed. Who knows what he did? But no, this is awesome. I wish I had this as a kid growing up in Los Angeles. This is nice. Check this out. Yeah, he probably hung out right here. Just smoking away. Hello, Mr. Pelican. Is that a pelican? I don't know what kind of bird that is. No, it's not a pelican. I don't know what that is. Some kind of billed beak bird. I want to say this is the fanciest high school I've ever seen in my life. Who's paying for this? Is this a private school? All right, let me get out of here before I get arrested. We're going to go to his house real quick. We're going to jump to November 14th of 2017. Now, off of the success of his first album and his two mixtapes, one of those songs on his mixtapes being Star Shopping, he had a couple other, he had more than a couple, but he had a couple really big songs, Awful Things and Ben's Truck. Now, guys, you don't know a lot about the music industry. This guy is still not making really any money. But his second album, Come On Over When You're Sober, or is it Come Over When You're Sober? He is going to be touring off of the success of his first album and his mixtape albums. So now this guy's going to start making some money. He has a 33-date concert tour to promote his second album. He's getting very, very popular. Everybody knows his name. Now, guys, the money's going to start rolling in tremendously. So on November 14th, 2017, he performs in El Paso, Texas at Tricky Falls. That place is no longer there. I did a video showing his last concert date. I'll put that video in the description box if you want to see it. So after he does his concert, the next stop is in Tucson, Arizona. I believe it's a venue called The Rock, or something along those lines. So he's set to perform at The Rock November 17th, 2017. So around 5 p.m., he goes aboard his tour bus and he tells, I guess, his manager or his friend that he's going to go to sleep. So over the course of the night before the concert is set to begin, it might It might supposed to be starting around 8 or 9 o'clock, something along those lines. So his friend, associate manager, whatever you want to call him, he checks up on Lil Peep, or maybe he just kind of goes into the bus to grab something, and, you know, he's sleeping. Whatever. So he goes in there to wake him up because the concert's going to start in about an hour or so. And when he goes to wake him up, he's unresponsive. He's not moving. He's like, yo, bro, wake up. You know, time to rise and shine. You gotta get this concert together. Nothing. And then he notices that he's not breathing. So he grabs his cell phone and calls 911 and says, hey, my friend is on the bus. He's not moving, nothing. So the EMS, the paramedics, they come to the scene and they try to revive him, resuscitate him. There's no pulse. They declare him dead at that scene. Didn't even have a chance to make it. Now, he did make it big, but I'm talking about when making it big, I mean like commercial success, commercially. He was almost there, and then unfortunately he died. Now, they did an autopsy, and they determined that he died of a drug overdose. And as you guys know, that really infamous video that he had where he was just, it looked like he was taking these, I guess they were Xanax or something like that. I don't know. I don't do pills or drugs or anything, so I don't know what it was, but it was something that he was doing. And he was so messed up in that video. I'm like, geez, who is the clown or clowns that's giving him all these pills? Now, I'm pretty sure he was making some money up until that point, but I'm talking about making big money. So he's making some kind of money. And died right there at the bus. And I did a video about that as well. So that video will be in the description box below. Normally, when I do these videos, I like doing all together one video. But, you know, between New York and Tucson, that's about 2,500 miles. Now, I believe, yeah, that is his house right there with the black door. That is where he grew up as a teenager. Right there. It's a nice house. And I don't know if his mother still lives there. I highly doubt she still lives there. But, yeah. Lil Peep's house. Right there, guys. It's pretty sad. He grew up in a middle-class neighborhood, both successful parents, and they were going to have a successful kid. You know, he just didn't like school. He just wanted to be a rapper. So, there you have it, guys. Lil Peep's high school, Lil Peep, where he grew up as a kid. I went to Lil Peep's, his last concert location, and where he died. So those videos will be pinned in the comments and in the description box below. Let me say this, and this is, I've said this before, but, you know, I'm not a huge rap fan anymore. I was when I was a kid. If I could describe Lil Peep's music, it would be if Boy George started rapping, right? And I will say this, I like a couple of his songs, and he definitely had the look and what it took to be famous, for sure. I mean, this guy, if he would have never died, he would be a pretty big deal. But the, you know, the drug addiction that he had, I guess it was something that he just could not overcome. And then you had a bunch of punks, a bunch of enablers all around him, giving him exactly everything that he think he needed, except for somebody to say, hey man, you don't need to do this. He had a bunch of yes men around him. That's all it was. All right, guys, I am out of here. I will see you on the next vlog. Kind of a different vlog for me. I normally don't do these, but I don't know. Just wanted to do a video, a little bit of a different video, and don't forget to check out Marcy's channel. If you want to know what those Lil Peep songs, if you want to know the lyrics on them, hit that channel up. All right, guys, I am out of here. Be good, y'all. Peace out.